Hey guys, welcome to another of my runs on World of Illusion's Spiritus Shiva. This run is going to be both the ticket mission run as well as the run that fulfills the series mission requirements, which requires you to only use characters from Final Fantasy X, Type 0 and 6. This run is also going to be completed in just one force time. And not gonna lie, if you want to complete this in one force time, it's going to be fairly tight, mainly because of the HP gates. It took me quite a bit of time to make adjustments along the way, but I've come up with this approach right here that allows you to complete your setup and go into Edgar's force time and BT mode before the boss actually gets any single turn. And it's also timed that Edgar will use his force attack right after the bosses enter force time, which then allows you to hit force weakness and cancel them out of their force time. If you don't have some of the key ultimate weapons, you might want to consider splitting the run into 2 force times instead, which gives you a lot more room but makes the run considerably longer, which should be roughly 20 to 30 turns overall. In this one force time run, it's going to be done in less than 15 turns. I think I took about 13 turns or so. But like I said, it's pretty tight on damage requirements. At the start, as you are setting up, you want to carefully re-break the bosses. And if done correctly, you'll be able to re-break them right after Edgar's turn. And they'll also be entering force time, which is actually perfect. Because after entering force time and boss A uses the force attack, boss A's Brave will reset and it will allow you to just keep the boss's turn locked in place right after Edgar. All this is really done intentionally because the only single boss turn that we will give the bosses here is a turn where they will also trigger Edgar's BT trap for huge damage. A little bit about the rest of the characters. It's pretty optional actually between Paine and Kurasame. Paine is I think pretty good here, at least because she gives some supplemental HP poison. My Kurasame and Edgar actually only has 0 out of 3 BTs, and I didn't even use Kurasame's BT because I am entering Edgar's BT mode instead. So if you have Kurasame, you don't really need his BT. And even if you don't have Kurasame, you can really use any other character with an AoE force echoes, because Kurasame's slot and function is really just as a force echo user. Anyway, I've come to Edgar's turn and the bosses still hasn't taken a turn, and as you can see, they've just entered into force time, which is perfect because right here I'll be using the Lunafreya LD call to complete setup. Because what I'm doing is going to be using force attack and then going straight into BT mode with 10 turns of force time remaining. Now I am coming close to the first HP gate, and if you want to do a 1 force time run such as this, you need to pay very close attention to the HP damage that you do and how you approach the HP gates. You need to optimize your damage. For example, if the bosses are at say 50% health and you do a big force echoes attack, essentially that echoes will only deplete 1% of the boss's health since they are gated at 49%. So as you will see in this run here, a lot of the attacks are done on purpose, or I guess planned and adjusted for, so that you don't waste so-called surplus HP damage just because of the HP gates.
遅いな。真実を見極めよう。行け。恨みっこなしだ。いいな。
Now coming out of BT mode, bosses will get a turn, and here they will trigger the traps. You want the traps to bring the bosses to as close as possible to 69% health, because you want the next turn from Paine to bring the bosses to the 69% gate. I'm only 5% health away from 69%, which doesn't seem like a lot, but trust me when I say this, I've tried using Paine's LD here, and that's not enough damage. So here you really have to go into her Force Echoes to make it to the 69% HP gate. If you've made it this far on Paine's first turn after Edgar's BT mode, then you are well on track. And here, after the echoes, if you are not yet at 69%, then you have to reset, because you'll be essentially wasting this LD from Paine. The bosses get a turn here, but because of the HP silence, they aren't really going to do anything, which is actually pretty nice, because then you get to save Rydia's LD buff on your entire party. Here, do not use Edgar's Echoes. There's two reasons. Firstly, the bosses are very close to the next HP gate, which is 49%, so you don't really need the Echoes here. Auto crossbow is enough damage. And secondly, you actually want the high turn rate from the auto crossbow to adjust Edgar's turn so that he gets to act pretty early in summon mode. Damage check. At this point, you should be at the 49% mark. If the bosses are above 49%, then again you've missed it, and Paine's Echoes here will go to waste, because essentially this attack will just bring the bosses to 49%. So reset if the boss's HP is above 49% here. Right here, I used Echoes, well obviously because I'm pretty low in force time turns, but the other reason is also hoping that the Echoes will bring the boss to the next and final HP gate, which is 19% health. If this Echoes from Edgar doesn't bring the bosses to 19% health, then you have to also reset the fight. This is also the other option here. What you can do is consider to save the Echoes, and then later on go to a second force time from Edgar to very comfortably finish the fight. It's probably going to be a safer way, but it's also going to be a significantly longer run if you decide to do that. Assuming you've hit 19% health, this is perfect because Edgar gets an instant turn from the Pumice stacks from Paine, and this is the situation that you want to land in, because below 19% health, Kurasame and Paine's damage is going to be significantly neutered due to the huge defense gain from the bosses. What I did here is pop summon to whittle down the boss's health, as well as also reduce the level of their aura. And for the last 2 turns I decided to just spam LD with Edgar, making use of the rest of the force time, because like I said, Paine and Kurasame's damage, they can actually still deal a little bit of damage here, but it's going to be significantly reduced. And what you want to do in this last leg of the fight is give Edgar as many turns as you can. So his LD is really perfect for this. Slight mistake here, I should have tried to use auto crossbow for the high turn rate. I was actually expecting that the Bio Blaster will finish the bosses off. So here I'm just hoping that Paine will be able to finish off the bosses. Now keep note that because you are using Paine, you must end the fight in summon mode, because Paine has a stacking buff at 5 stacks. If you can't kill the boss in summon mode, right after summon the boss will start leveling their color aura every time you take a turn. Anyway, that's it for this fight. As always, I hope the video has been helpful, and if you enjoy the content, do leave a like, comment and subscribe. It really helps a lot. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next Shinryu fight. Bye!